Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yemisi and I'm a Nigerian lifestyle YouTuber who recently relocated to Canada through the study permit route. So if you're new here, please do well to subscribe to this channel so that you can be part of the family, and also do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you'll be part of the first set of people to see my video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I got my study permit approved the second time. For those that do not know, if you're applying for the second time, you have to tackle the reasons that the visa officer must have raised in your previous application. So this video is going to be divided into 3 different parts. So the first part is a quick background story on how my visa application got denied in my first attempt. The second part is what I did differently in my second application, and then the third part is the documents that I tendered in my second application. So if this is something you're interested in seeing, then definitely keep on watching. Okay guys, in 2019 I applied for study permit and I got denied. That was January 2019, and I can remember after going for my biometric, like 2 or 3 weeks after, I got a mail and I realized that I got denied. Okay, I don't even want to tell you guys the experience because it was really bad. I was so down because I'm like, wow, like, is this how difficult Canadian study application is? Because in my own thoughts, I put in a lot of work, but at the end of the day I got denied. So I got denied for 3 reasons, which is travel history, family ties or home tie, and also personal assets or financial status. I don't know, whichever way you want to call it. I was denied. I was told, okay, I've never traveled before, so they are not sure that I'm going to leave at the end of my stay in Canada as a student. For the home tie, they said the visa officer raised the concern of probably having someone here in Canada, and so they're not sure that I'm going to leave at the end of my stay. And also the financial part, the visa officer stated that he's not sure that I have sufficient finances for my study. At that point, I got admission in the University of Windsor, which is in Ontario, but this time around I'm in the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatchewan province. Yeah, so that's like a quick background story of how I got denied, and that was 2019. So the second part is what I did differently in my second application. So like I said, I got denied for 3 reasons: travel history, financial status, and of course home tie, or what you call family tie. So what I did differently was, number one, for the travel history, I decided to travel abroad. So this is me, my passport has never been stamped, and I'm like, okay, if I'm applying again, what do I need to do differently to make this visa officer know that I want to go to Canada for a good reason, for like with good intention? So what I did was, in March 2019, I traveled to Dubai, and I'm sure, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of my friends would have been like, oh, you're having fun. Hello, that was the reason why I traveled to Dubai. Okay, I needed a stamp and I wanted something out of Africa. But mind you, you can always go to a neighboring country, even if it is Ghana, even if it is Togo, like a neighboring country. It doesn't have to be another continent. I just wanted it. I just wanted it at that time, and I feel like I had the finances at that point. Okay, in October 2019, I also went to Ghana. I had a road trip to Ghana with a couple of people, and we passed through Togo, we passed through Benin Republic, and we had our passport stamped at different borders. That's like 3 borders to and fro, so that's like multiple stamps on my passport. Yeah, so that's what I did. Okay, so for the financial status, what I did differently was I had to get my account funded. So in my previous application, what I did wrong was to I wanted to apply for my visa today, and like few days to applying, some sums were coming into the account, and that alone already raises the eyebrows of the visa officer, because it's like, okay, you're applying on the 5th of March, and then on the 1st to 3rd of March, like huge funds are coming in. Meanwhile, prior to that time, this kind of funds have never come into the account before, so you don't want to do something like that. So they do not like lump sum at all. So that was another mistake I made in my first application. In the first application, the concern of family tie, I believe I did not explain to them that I do not have any family there. I do not, I'm the firstborn of my parents. I've never been to Canada. None of my family members have been to Canada, so definitely I'll come back. Those were like the things that I needed to tackle. What I did differently for the family tie or the home tie is that I stated that I do not have any family member in Canada. I'm the firstborn. Some of the things you can do to tackle the family tie refusal reason is for you to state that you have no family, include landed documents. If you see me looking at it, because I have a note here where I wrote some things. I do not want to like miss out on important stuff in this video. Okay, so I also included like landed properties so that they know that okay, I have, like, I'm okay in Nigeria. Like, just give them that perception that okay, you are fine in Nigeria and you just want to come to Canada to study. Okay, they need you to just demonstrate to them that you are a student, like you don't have dual intent, like maybe to work or stay back or whatever. Yeah. So another thing is, if you have C of O, like your parents have C of O, you want to tender the C of O. You want to, you know, also give them like trade permits, maybe the taxes that your parents pay. You know, you just want to give them all those documents just to make them know that in your country you're a bona fide and good citizen. So definitely you will not be coming to their country to, you know, to mess up the place. And that thing that you can do to tackle the family tie reason is to collect study leave from work. I know that this one is not easy, like especially if your employer, your organization is a very big organization like banks and all those insurance companies. It's very difficult for you to rapport with the HR in order for them to give you the study leave. But if you can get it, please do get it and let them state on it that you are going to be away for 1 or 2 years. However, you're coming back to the organization in order to take your position. So they are telling them that your position is still intact when you get back to the country. Okay, so another one that I have on my list, another way to tackle the family tie reason is if you're an only child. This one is like an express way to just tackle it. If you're an only child, of course you don't have anybody in Canada, of course you don't have any other person at home, so you can just like tell them emotionally that you are the only child of your parents. You'll be going back to your home country at the end of your study. You know, just include it there that you're not staying back in Canada. Okay, so that's how I tackled the family ties. But I told them that I'm the firstborn, I do not have any family member here, and so I'll be the first person going to Canada in my family, so I don't have anybody there, and then there's nothing tying me down in Canada. Also, for the family tie, if you're married, is also a very good way to demonstrate your family tie. So if you're coming in whether as a wife or the husband, and then you have your partner in your home country, you want to make them know that your partner is in the home country and you definitely cannot leave him or her in that country, so you don't have any tie here. When you're done, you're going back. Okay, that's another way to demonstrate as a married person. So for the personal assets and the financial status, what I did was to get an affidavit of financial support. I got letter of sponsorship from my sponsor, and also I got sufficient statements of account balance, like not just putting lump sums like here and there. I had to get an account that is sufficiently funded for my stay here in Canada. That's most importantly, you want to make sure that you have 10,000 Canadian dollars in your account for your living expenses for a year, and also 1 year tuition fee. Okay, yeah. So also you want to get a reference letter from your bank. So for the account, it can be a fixed deposit account, it can be a mutual fund statement. So it doesn't necessarily have to be bank account, because I hear a lot of people ask that question. Once your sponsor, or if you are self-sponsored, once you have the necessary amount in your account that can fund your study here in Canada for the period that you would be here, then you are fine, you are good to go. Personally, I decided to have my full tuition fee in my account and also 1 year living expenses, because I did not want to leave any stone unturned. Yeah, so that was how I was able to tackle the concern of the visa officer. So the second part is what I did differently in my second application. So if you have been denied before, whatever you are writing now in your second application is a letter of explanation, because you are explaining to the visa officer why they should consider you, or why they should still consider you for your study permit in Canada, or to come over here to study. So what I did differently is, number one, to tell them what you intend studying here and why you are studying that course. You want to also let them know that you have been, if for example it's a management course, you want to let them know that you are working as a business executive, and so studying the management route will also help you to further, broaden your horizon in that field. You just want to make them know that it's a continuation of your career goal. So it's not like you studied medicine and then you're coming in to study finances. Where's the correlation? Okay, so you want to make them know that you want to demonstrate to them that you actually are coming here for study's sake. Okay, so another thing is you're going to explain to them how you're going to finance yourself. So it's already established that you have to at least have 10,000 Canadian dollars for your living expenses and 1 year tuition fee. However, they also want to know how you are going to be financing yourself. Like, how will you be getting that money? Does your father have a big farm? Does your father have a big company? Does your mother have a textile business? Like, you want to explain how the income will be coming in, because they don't want anyone that will be harmful to their citizens. They don't want you to just, be getting money through maybe money laundering or through illegal means. They want to be sure that this person I'm admitting into my country will be getting his financial source from a reliable, his financial income from a reliable source. Right. So aside that, you have to state and explain how that course will help you in your home country. I'm currently studying public policy in the University of Saskatchewan, and I had to explain to them that in my home country, I want to be part of the youth that will take over the government parastatals, that will be in the government sectors. And because I have a professional certificate in accounting, I want to work in the finance department of that government parastatal. And then the public policy that I'm learning will help me in order to, to work better, and also get like processes, plans, procedures, policies in place that will help fast track my work, or that will help move the finance department forward in that government parastatal. Just try to link all those things and let them make sense to the visa officer. Also, if you are someone that has worked in NGO, or maybe you've worked in government establishment, you also want to explain that, okay, I'm studying public administration, I'm studying public policy because I have experience in this field, and it's something I want to continue to do. Okay, so you just want to state all those things there. Last but not the least, and also the most important, you have to explain that you are going back to your home country. Yeah, I understand that after getting your after you get through with your course, maybe your 1 or 2 years course in Canada, you're entitled to postgraduate work permit, which eventually most people decide to stay back as permanent residents or also as citizens. But you have to explain, you have to convince, and also include in your letter of explanation that you are going back to your home country. You are coming here just to, just for study's sake, and then you're going back to your home country in order to implement whatever you've learned here over there in your home country. Like, you really need to state it. It's like a very key thing not to forget. A very key thing to include in your letter of explanation or your statement of purpose, if it is your first application. Okay, so that being said, I would love to go now to the documents that I presented when I applied for my study permit. I mean, the second time. So for my sponsor presented valid ID card, confirmation of account balances, reference letter from bank account, mutual fund, fixed deposit, any of those is fine. Also statement of bank accounts itself, and then letter of sponsorship, affidavit of support, business stamp if the person has like an organization, okay, or even if it's a store, you can get business stamp for your store, just so that everything looks so official. Also, you get CSC documents, power of attorney. If the person pays taxes or trade permits, you can also attach those documents there. Also, for myself, I presented digital passport, letter of explanation, valid ID card, birth certificate, bank statement or pay slip, resume, offer letter, police character certificate. I'm going to leave the address of where you can get the police certificate done in Ikoyi, Alagmo Ikoyi in Lagos. You pay about 6,000 naira. That's the amount I paid. It can be more now. Also, you want to tender your BSc certificate, NYSC professional certificate. Okay, so for the professional certificate, I just explained that, okay, I have ICANN from my home country, and I just wanted to further in this public policy because, like I said, I'm interested in working in the public sector or in the government parastatal. I mean, I also leverage on the fact that in October last year, youths have decided to take over all the sectors. Like, they want to be in power. So this is something that I also wish to be a part of. I also want to be a part of this movement. I want to be in power. I want to be a youth in power, like also controlling some of their affairs controlling it well. You know, you just leverage on things that would align together, like align your goals to your study, to why you're coming to Canada, because the visa officer will first think, okay, this course can be done in your country, so why do you want to spend so much to come to Canada? And then they start thinking, okay, is this for ulterior motive? Is it because this person wants to stay back? Is it because the person has dual intention? Also, they also want to know if that course you're studying here, do you have prospects in your home country? So if you say you want to study something like okay, there's IT, but I don't know, like any course that normally is not something that people do in Nigeria, they'll look at it that, okay, that means that it can't work. That means you're not here for that purpose, because if you're coming here to study that and you're going back to your home country, you'll be useless because there will be no sector to take you in. So they also look at that. Also, I got letter of recommendation from my university. You can also get letter of recommendation from state governments, House of Assembly, from your priest in church, or from your imam in the mosque. You can also get your letter of recommendation from NGOs. You can get letter of recommendation from people that can recommend you. Okay, so from people that can recommend you, that will make sense. It can even be from your employer. Just get letter of recommendation so that they know that you are not coming here to harm their citizen. Like, Canada wants to ensure that the people they are admitting will be good to their citizens, will also like grow others, like influence their people positively and not negatively. So you really need to like include all those things there in order for them to, you know, be sure that the person they are admitting is someone that they can, you know, beat their chest or be confident that, okay, yeah, this person is not going to be a nuisance, this person is not going to be a non-entity in our organization. So that's basically what I did. Of course, I know that study permit application looks like a very gigantic stuff, but I can tell you that if you follow this process that I've told you, how to tackle documents to tackle financial reasons, documents to tackle home tie, or whatever to include, or what you need to include to tackle home tie, travel history, all those things, I bet that you're definitely going to have an approval. Okay, also before I go, I just remembered that I did not really explain the financial part. So for the finances, aside just having a statement of account, aside ensuring that there's money in your account, like I said, you don't want to have lump sum in your account, and also you want to also use someone that is an immediate family, because the way the visa officer reasons is, okay, you are using an uncle, a distant uncle. Has this person ever been a part of your academic life? Has this person ever paid for your academics or your education before? In case you need money and the person does not have, or like the person's children needs an emergency money, will the person leave his or her own family to attend to your case? You know, so the best people to use as your sponsor, if you are not self-sponsored, is for you to use your immediate family, your father, your mother, because all through your life there is a high probability that they've been the one in charge of your studies. Okay, also for the money in the account, you want to avoid anything like lump sum. Like, you don't want to like be putting in huge inflows just because you are about to pay for your application. You want to start building your account for like 6 months or 1 year before you apply for your study permit. And also you can also get gift deed in the case where you know that your parents are not so buoyant in order for them to be in charge of your application, or like to sponsor your application. You can get uncles, aunties, distant people to give you a gift deed. So that gift deed is like a certificate that has like a stamp, whereby the person is stating that, oh, I'm gifting this person 10 million naira, 20 million naira, any amount, just for his education. The person has to state that it's for your education. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you'll be part of the first set of people to be aware of that video. Also, share this video to people that would need this information, because I know that a lot of people get frustrated after being denied. Trust me, I've been there, so I know. However, this video has been able to explain and simplify the processes that you need to take, and also to calm you down and let you know that you can get an approval even in the second application. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next one. Please let me know other questions that you have in the comment section. I'll reply them all, and if I can't reply them, I'll dedicate a video to reply all your questions. Okay guys, we draw the curtain here. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.